My name is Jackson. This is the planet Earth. On this planet, there are many life forms. These life forms have learned to reproduce in many forms. Today, we will be exploring how these beings have learned to reproduce on this tiny little blue planet.
But first, the boring stuff. This is deoxyribonucleic acid. This is in all living things. Like the programming of all living things, this is on this planet. Speaking of which, let's look at the dominant life form.
This is several members of what are known as Homo sapiens. Let's look at one closely.
Look at this human being. It's ugly, and we've also silenced it because most of what these humans say is unimportant at best. But this is a good example of a human that has reached the age of sexual maturity. Now, this is the age where a human can and will at some point carry on its genes, which we will now observe qualities that they use to do this. This human being is known as rich. Being rich is apparently very attractive to humans. It means having a great deal of wealth, and humans use this to find a potential mate. This is a good-looking human being. Human beings are hardwired to want to become mates with human beings that they find to be attractive physically, such as this one here. But most human beings cannot do that because most human beings are actually very hideous. Look at this human being. Now look at this human being. Alright, now look at the next human beings that you will be seeing. What do all these human beings have in common? They are all very athletic. Being an athletic human being is actually very attractive to other human beings. So much so, it's kind of this thing they do a lot and celebrate. Many species on the planet also fight over getting mates and over continuing to spread their genes. Now, please watch this video that we have found of humans fighting once again.
Please.
I think we're good. Exciting to watch primitive people now, isn't it? Now, you might be wondering, how is it possible all of these species can exist on one planet? Well, that's the interesting part. Now, please watch as we demonstrate how this DNA continues to change and by what means. Now, as you can see, this is the mechanism, the organic mechanism that the human body uses to reproduce its DNA. Now, this is actually very complicated, so complicated that we're not going to be able to go entirely in depth, but we will go in depth into how this process leads to changes. Now, most of these are going to be pretty self-explanatory, but I'm still going to explain them anyway. First is deletion. Now, this is where a gene or segment of genes is deleted from a person's genome during a cell division or something like that. Now, next would have to be duplication, where a gene, or again a segment of genes, is copied twice, and I mean put above or below the original part of the same segment or gene, and that, becomes part of a person's genome. Then we have inversion. Now, this is simple. This is just whenever the gene or, sequence of genes flips, and now the top is on the bottom is on the top. Very simple, I mean, what else is there to say? Fourth is insertion. Now, this is whenever a gene from a different chromosome or something is put into the gene that we are currently looking at. Please see the picture in the video you're currently watching. And that's what happens. It's just new genes. Boom. Things changed. Amazing. Alright. Final thing, we got translocation, which is when you got two genes, alright? And then, you basically, splice them at specific points, and then you put them together. They're like Mr. Potato Head of genes or something. I mean, I don't really know how else to describe it to you. So, that's that, and there we go. Yeah. Alright, we have covered how the species on this planet, particularly the dominant species, choose on how to continue their species, and by means of which speciation and various other changes to their DNA occurs. Okay, let's see. So, wait, which one is that? Okay. No. Oh, shoot. Hi, my name is.
Cut.